Morning, y'all. Right, Tuesday morning, Masters Week, exciting week. Might have a competition for you at the end of the video, so stay tuned. Going to talk about golf strike today with my eldest. She's been playing a bit more golf, so we're going to see if we can move her strike forward. I think a lot could learn from this, because it's connected to her leg movement, which lots of people talk about, but maybe in a slightly different way. Should be a fun day. I've got something for you, Fanu.
Okay.
You are the vlog today. He's in a swimming costume. So I just want to get a grip of your footwork. I want to try and increase the level that you strike at.
Yeah.
So there's too many mishits when we play. Lots of good ones, but then there's some wafters we need to get rid of. So if you just go top of your backswing and stop for me. So you tend to roll over this, like that. We need to get rid of this rollover of this foot. So I want you to feel like you're pushing down into it and the inside of it a bit more on your backswing. And then on the downswing, I want this knee to feel like it's going more towards this one as you go through. So if you go down and through, right knee kicking across. Yeah, that's the idea. I like that. So we're going to see if we can get you making some different moves. Around your footwork, and then challenge what happens to your strikes with that.
Okay.
Go get your breakfast now. So this often starts in our garden or indoors for me and Fanula, and what I love about that is it takes all the hitting shots away and it frees her mind to just try to do a movement that doesn't feel natural, feels different, kind of with no inhibitions. I'm trying to make her see that making certain movements can help her then hit the ball better, because sometimes kind of people run off to the course, run off to the range, and they're so seduced by just hitting the ball, they lose their inner focus, their concentration on how they should be moving. That awareness of what you're doing with your foot, those kind of ideas, is huge for any student. So we're talking about, lots of people when I post pictures of Fanula have this right knee straightening that you can see here. That's never concerned me. I don't like the fact that she gets a little bit locked on the way down with that right leg, so definitely we could improve what happens with that right leg, which you'll see as the video goes on. But what concerns me more is the fact that she rolls over her right foot and then makes it so hard for her to then push off that right foot. So by making that movement where her right foot kicks out, so literally rolls off onto the outside of the foot, when she then tries to push back to get her pressure and her weight moving onto her front side, it just takes forever because she's got to roll the foot back before she can push off. By then she's already kind of down hitting the ball. So trying to get her to think about how she's using the ground, I think, could have massive influences on how she then strikes the ball or not, how she pushes her pressure through the ball or not. So we did a bit of work out on the putting green outside and inside without a club, just moving to get the idea of the feelings, and then we took it to the range. So at the range was great. We instantly saw a little bit more consistency in her strike. I explained to her that she needs to have a certain amount of stability. So if you think about it, if I just wanted to guarantee a decent shot, I would kind of just move this far like a putt. But obviously we need that kind of stability with some energy. So pushing in and out of the ground and using the ground and feeling how we're pushing hard or not into that turf or mat or whatever you're stood on allows you to generate some speed, some energy, which you can transfer onto the ball. So it was that combination of trying to get her to feel that she's pushing and then releasing. You'll see also from the footage that we actually got her to take her shoes off. So I asked her to take her shoes off just to try and help her feel it a bit more. She had quite fixed trainers on, like kids' fashion trainers. That talk. So, and I've done this with loads of students over the past, just doing some practice swings in your bare feet really enable you to feel how your feet are moving or not with the ground, which side of your foot you're actually turning into, so she could really start to feel the outside and the inside. So if you think about golf shoes with the support they offer, that's a good thing, but they also give you a bit of a false sense of security, so it's taking the feeling a little bit away from you. So real simple ideas of just pushing down into that right foot. I actually got her to stand on the shaft of my club as well. So I put the club down on the ground, just asked her to stand on it, make a few swings, and she could feel herself rolling the other side of it. I asked her just to try and feel that she was pushing down into it that bit more. So from using no shoes to putting something under her foot, just trying anything I can while the ball was around her to give her the feeling that she could then take out, maybe onto a golf course, and put it to practice. And I just wanted to activate the legs a bit better on the way down for her as well, to just try and sink all these turns through. So I wanted her to push into her right foot on the ground. That in turn made her right knee stay a little bit more flexed. It didn't lock as much. Again, for me, I don't care that her right knee locks or not. It's more that she uses the ground in a way that allows her to strike it. I actually like her leg movement. It's Bubba-esque, it's Jack Nicklaus-esque, it's powerful. And one thing we should all be teaching our kids is A, to have fun, and B, to give it a damn good smack. So when she got the feeling of that backswing, I then just asked her to move right knee over towards left knee as she hits balls as well. Reminded her to, like we did in the garden. So once she's turned and really moved into that right foot, to then push off and get that right knee coming across. And once we did that, you could definitely see a change in the strikes. Her face like lit up, as you could see. She was feeling like there was some level of consistency. So I thought the best thing to do now, we've done inside. So at home here in the garden, we've done it at the range. I think we better get to the course. So on the course, it became evident very quickly that her strike was improving. We were definitely, I don't think we had any of what I would call the wafters, you know, the kind of wasted shots. Everything went forward. There were still miss hits. She's still learning skills, and it's really important for someone as Fanula's age, and I think any age really, when you're trying to improve, you've got to not only improve your technique, so thinking about the way she's pushing in the ground, the way she's moving her body, but also you've got to keep improving your skills, you know, hitting shots out of rough, all those things you need to go and play out on the course successfully. But it was interesting how going through the state, obviously it was all compacted into one day, but going from just swinging inside, stroke in the garden, no ball, to then hitting balls on the range, and then taking it to the course, you could really see the progression was there. Rather than, I think if we'd have just gone onto the course to try and do this change, wow, there would have been a lot of poor shots at the beginning, because it just, you know, it takes a bit of time to get used to when you've got all those distractions out there on the course. Bunkers, winds, trying to hit shots down fairways, all those kind of things. That combination again, and it's so evident in so many golfers, the combination of some stability with power. Often it's so sided towards the stability for the amateurs, and I see in lessons, got to keep that freedom, that ability to hit and send it and whack it, but at the same time, there does need to be some level of control, which I guess you already know anyway. Sometimes it's just a little bit stacked towards the stability and people get locked down in their movements. Thanks for watching. Post comments down below as always. See you tomorrow. Let me know if any of this helps. There will be some Masters giveaways coming this week, just not today because they've not quite turned up yet, but they're coming. See you tomorrow.